We are going to continue with our third chapter, business services 2. Right, in the previous lecture I have make you understand about the what is the meaning of bank, what are the traditional function, or we can say that basic functions of the bank, and a brief on the present, that is main function and the subsidiary functions of the bank. Right, see, mainly functions of the bank, main functions, they are classified into the definition, like that accepting deposit with the purpose of lending to and to invest. Right, that is the main functions. Okay, but in a present day, right, after the updation of the technology, or we can say that that banking services that has been updated, subsidiary functions that has been came into the picture. Okay, but I have covered only main function, right, because otherwise it will be too lengthy. Okay, so subsidiary functions that we are going to see into the very next lecture, starting with the main function. First, to accept or collect the deposit. Right, see, bank, they are going to accept or collect the deposits from the common public. Okay, in the various forms that is given: savings account, current account, recurring account, fixed term account. Okay, so these are the various forms of an account that from where that bank they are going to generate, or bank they are going to collect the deposits from the common public. Now, why the common public they are going to deposit the money? Obviously for the purpose of a safety, that they are going to feel safe about the money that they are going to have, and other reason, and most important, that they are going to utilize that those money into the future endeavors, or for the future requirement, or a future that whatever the need of the person will be there. Okay, right, and most important, when they are going to deposit the money, so banks, they are going to give them the particular interest on it, whatever the deposit amount that they have. Right, every account, they have a different kind of a interest rate that we will see in the later in the particular chapter, just in the same chapter. Okay, right, so interest rate that will be given, plus amount that will be saved. But here, what is the main responsibility of the bank? The main responsibility of the bank is to maintain the trust of the particular deposit holder, right, or we can say that account holder. Right, okay, like whenever the demanded, whatever the money that has been demanded by the particular account holder, bank must return that particular amount. Okay, right, so that is the main responsibility of the bank, to maintain what? To maintain the trust, to maintain the interest of the common public into the business of a banking. Okay, and else, as I said, by it, whatever the monitor or controlling it will be there, that will be done by the Reserve Bank of India, that is RBI. All the banking businesses, that will be done by them. Okay, so simple, it is like that only. Okay, like whatever the amount that they are going to get, it will be safe, plus whenever it will be demanded by the account holder, it will be given to them. Right, like suppose I am depositing the money into savings account in the morning, I am in a requirement of the money in the very next few hours, or in the very next few days. Obviously I can withdraw those money with the help of what? With the help of check, with the help of ATM, or anything. Right, payment option that will also be given by the bank, this facility that will be also given by bank. Okay, right, so first and foremost function, that is what? That is to accept the deposit. Right, second, that is to lend money. Lend money, that means obviously that is there in the definition with the purpose of lending. Now whatever the amount the bank they are getting by collecting or accepting the deposit, right, they are going to give them as a loan. But there is a condition, there is a particular that they need to keep some sort of deposit with them according to the guideline of RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India, it is the apex bank. Right, Reserve Bank of India, they are going to control the business that is there of banking all around the India. Right, so like suppose they say an example, a bank is having a deposit of 10 lakh rupees. Right, now RBI guideline is there that 20% of amount that need to be stay with the bank. So 80% amount that can be given as a loan, as they can lend the money. Right, so 8 lakh of rupees that can be sent to the market. Like suppose I am a borrower, I am a person who is in a need of a fund, and I'm going for a loan into the bank. So bank, they are going to provide me the loan. Right, now in that first function, we have seen that bank, they are going to provide the that interest to the particular depositors. Right, here bank, they are going to charge the interest from whom? From the borrowers. Like suppose I am going to get the amount, and I need to pay what? I need to pay principal amount as well as interest. Okay, right, and this interest rate, it will be much more higher than the amount of interest that they are giving to the depositors. Right, like suppose say for an example, that average ratio right now in the current scenario, there is 4 to 6% that will be given by the different banks, right, on the deposits. But loan amount, that starts with 8%, 10%, 12%, 60%, depending upon what kind of a loan that you guys are taking. Right, on that loan interest rate it will be higher, and the difference between these two, that is the interest charged on the loan and interest given onto the deposit, the difference, that is the income, that is the profit of the bank. See, these banks, they can be considered as a commercial institution, right? Why? Because reason is simple, that they are working for what? They are working for the profit, they are working for the income, right? And accordingly this thing is considered as the bank, they are considered as a commercial bank nowadays, right? Because they are more interested into what? More interested in generating income from the sources of a loan, right? Now bank, they can what? They can give money, or they can lend money into two various ways. First, through a loan. Like bank provides a loan for either for a short term or a long term. It can be for 1 year, 3 year, or it can be more than 5 year, 10 year, or 15 year, right? And some loans need hypothecation and some loans doesn't need. Now what is hypothecation? I will give you an example. Like suppose I am going to purchase a bike or a car, right, through a loan. Like suppose for an example, I have taken a loan from the HDFC bank, right? So all the things that will be done, but in RC book, like that is your, that registration proof of your vehicle, in that my name it will be mentioned, but hypothecation it will still stays with the bank, right? That means what? Okay, it is taken a loan on the particular bike, and HDFC, that is still the owner of the bike. That suppose I'm a failure, that I'm not able to pay the money, right? Then bank people, they are going to sell my bike, sell my car, or anything that I have taken as a loan, right, and hypothecation that is made. So obviously they are going to recover the amount from whatever the amount is left in the loan. Okay, right? So obviously like that only, bank, they are going to demand guarantee for whatever. Like suppose I am going to get a loan, okay, I need a loan. So bank, they are not only no, it is not like that. Yeah, you need a loan, okay fine, we will give you. No, nothing like that. Bank needs a guarantee, that financial stability, that if I am able to repay the loan, that whatever the amount I am taking, right? Okay, so suppose I'm taking a home loan, like for 20 lakh of rupees, right? Then my house will be mortgaged, right? It will be stays with the bank, original documents will stays with the bank. If I'm not able to repay the amount, then obviously bank, they are going to sell my house, they are going to recover the amount, that whatever the left in the loan, and then if anything is left, then they are going to give it to me, otherwise no, right? So everything that needs collateral, that is guaranteed by the bank. Okay, and different kinds of loan that is given: home loan, car loan, education, cash credit, machinery, gold, personal loan, etc. These all types of loans are available, right? As per the need of the customer, they are going to give loan. And interest rate, it varies from the types of loan. Home loan, car loan, education loan, everything, there is a different kind of a interest rate that will be charged by the bank. Okay, right? Clear? Then by overdraft and a cash credit. See, this facility that will be available to the current account holder only. Current account holder, that means that those person who are a businessman, those who have opened the account in the name of the company or a business unit, they are only going to get this kind of a loan, right? Like suppose what is overdraft, that is, that whatever the amount is there by balance, I am able or I am permitted to withdraw more amount than available in my account, then it is called as overdraft, right? And when that duration of those particular overdraft is fixed, predetermined, then it is called as cash credit. Okay, right? Mainly overdraft facility that is available, like suppose for an example, okay, I need to make a payment of 55,000 of rupees, right? And I am having only 50,000, then still I can write the check of 55,000 to the particular party, those who want money from me, right? And bank, they are going to pass the check, they are going to clear the check, right? And then whatever the amount left, that is 5,000, that will be considered as the overdraft in my account, right? And I need to repay it whenever the next payment will be done. Cash credit, that is specifically given for the expansion of the business or for the maintenance of the business property, that is assets, right? So these are the ways, like that. See, through a loan, that can be taken by anyone, a businessman, individual, or anyone can take a loan, right? And overdraft and a particular cash credit, that is given or that is taken only by the businessman or in the name of the company. The company, they can demand for the amount. Okay, clear? Then third and important one, that is to invest, right? See, banks, as I said, nowadays they are the commercial institutions, right? They want to earn money, they want to earn profit, they want to increase their assets, right? So they are going to do the investment. Now investment that will be done mostly into the government securities or into the government bonds, okay, because they are the safest one. See, because banks, they need to maintain the interest of the particular customer or the account holders, right? If they are investing money into the share market or they are investing money into the various securities which are not guaranteed, right, then there is a fear of what? Fear of a loss of a money. And once the money that has been lost of these customers, then obviously the bank, they will be declared insolvent, right? So when they are going to do the investment, right, that banks, they are going to follow the guideline that has been given by the RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. A proper guideline, a proper what we can say, like, you know, that RBI, they have given the instructions to the particular banks, right? Okay, yes, you need to do the investment into some proportion that will still stays with the bank, okay, and whatever the amount that is invested in that, low interest or low income will be there, right? But still they are going to invest, and mostly all the investment that is done by the bank, that will be in the government security or government bonds only, right? Like, you know, that public sector industries, public sector companies, they are only going to what? They are only going to be invested the money by the bank, right? So it is a guaranteed, like they have invested in government, so no fear of loss of money. Okay, getting my point? So third and important one, that is to invest. Fourth, that is to do interbanking transaction. Okay, fine. Understand this thing. Sometimes, you know, a bank, they can be run out of a cash or the particular fund that they are going to need. Like suppose requirement for the 24 hours. Take an example that, you know, that Bank of Baroda branch, that is Lunsinghui, and Corporation Bank near Circuit House, right? Now Corporation Bank, they are in a need of a fund, right, for a shorter period of time, because they need to what? They need to maintain the liquidity, they need to maintain the cash ratio in the bank. So what they are going to do? They are going to ask money from the other bank, but indirectly. There will be a specific channel or there will be a specific mediator or agency that will be established by the RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India, the Central Bank of India, right? And Bank of Baroda will be contacted, and Bank of Baroda, through this channel, that is through RBI channel, they are going to send fund, they are going to send money to the Corporation Bank, right? And whatever the amount that is received by the Corporation Bank, that is considered as call money, and Corporation Bank, they need to pay some sort of interest on it, right, while returning the money. That means principal amount plus interest, then it is considered as call money rate. The interest rate that is charged, that is called as that call money rate. Okay, many a times this happens, right? See, this Corporation and Bank of Baroda, they are not going to come directly, they are not going to that call each other, yeah, send me the money, not like that, right? A proper channel, it will be there. They need to contact the particular agency, they are going to contact the particular the channel, that has been agency that has been established by the RBI, right? And RBI will arrange the money on behalf of Corporation Bank, right? I have given the example so that you can make clear, okay, right? Bank of Baroda will send money to Corporation Bank. Whatever the amount that has been received by the Corporation Bank, that is considered as call money, and in return Corporation Bank, they are going to pay the principal amount as well as interest rate, whatever that is predetermined, right? And that interest rate, it is called as call money rate. Okay, is it clear, right? So these are the main function of the bank that is being performed, right? And in the next lecture, we are going to continue with the subsidiary function, that is the secondary function that will be performed by the bank. Okay, make notes from it. Any doubt, do let me know, right? Thank you.